How can I help you?
Yeah, there you go. Press the right button that time. Hello, welcome back. It's today's ESO time, and let's begin. So I had some clothes earlier and made the mistake of putting once again a bit too much spice on the thing. It caused me vision problems, but when you put it on the meat, a bit of powder went up and it's like right up my nose. So yeah, that's made things interesting for a little while. So yesterday we had the start of Farscape Season 4. If you play Star Trek Online, there's a new big event starting today as well. There's also one for this as well, but it's more focused on Vvardenfell, Morrowind, what's it called? Show it on here. It's this one. Here we go. This is it, the Tribunal Celebration. So basically, Vvardenfell, Clockwork City. Now, I'm quite a far away from getting to Clockwork City just yet, and Vvardenfell, but get there eventually. I think one of my other characters, my crafter, would deal with that, I think. But you know what? I think, remember last time, let's get rid of that. Right, we've now got to go down here. Now, unfortunately, I've kind of messed up the objective, the secondary objective, not killing anybody. So, what the hell happened to them? Okay, that's an interesting ability. I've not seen that one before. Dude just jumps like. Cool. I see you, pal. I see you. Voshorach. That sounds almost Klingon. It's not, but it sounds like it. Right. Okay, so I might be able to at least minimize losing stuff. Okay, and back down here. Who's taking? Oh, he's trying it as well. Okay, fine. There. Lost track. You're sending me that way. Then go up the ramp. See, I should have done this earlier. I've done it all. Okay, now here I've got to eavesdrop.
Did you get a look at that prison? Never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah, but I can't believe we opened up all the cages. It's a madhouse down there.
Ah, don't worry.
Just
Far
over there.
enough beneath the fortress that they'll never be able to crawl up here. Even if they manage to make it to the old well.
Surprise! Oh, that treasure chest, and you weren't going to let me get it. Just by walking past, were you? I think the answer to that's an obvious no. Right. mess all over the place. Okay, so going back to meet our wood elf companion. So she should be down there by the looks of it. Oh, fudge! Alright, fine. That's an impressive jump. That's a very impressive jump. It's like he goes into orbit. She does. Have I gone the wrong way? I think I may have gone the wrong way. Yep, I've gone the wrong way. Oh, flip. Oh, that made me jump. And now I've lost track of where I am. Thank you very much for the subscription. 36 months. Bloody hellfire. And I've lost... Right. I really have lost track of where I'm going. I think it's up here. Right, yeah, she's up there. Okay. Oh, hello. I'm just trying to find where my current elf companion is at the moment. And I've already failed one of the objectives because I didn't realise this was the no try not to kill people area.
Did you learn anything about the prison? I gathered some interesting information, but nothing that helps us at this exact moment.
And I've said it before, but this character, the way she speaks, reminds me so much of Tracer from Overwatch. So in my head, that's what she's like, an elf version of Tracer.
Underground? Like in a dungeon or something? I hope you don't expect
He's going to ESO at the moment.
Start digging.
Ooh.
I don't do that sort of thing.
Yeah. Good thing about this game is that it's surprisingly casual friendly, unless you go and do like the group stuff. Like bit of free advice if anybody who's playing this: be very careful if you go to Craglorn. I think my character is now pretty reasonably developed. I went into Craglorn thinking, yeah, I can handle what this area can throw at me. It's a group focused area. There are single player things you can do there, but it's primarily focused on group stuff. I haven't played ESO in a while. Keep an eye out. I think there was one a couple of months ago, but every so often they do throw up semi-regular sort of welcome back free weekends and things like that. Although you can, if you've got the base game, you can still play it, but it's worth it to sort of get your what do you call it, like your crafting and everything moved into the crafting bag and stuff like that. But there's a big expansion, big in terms of popularity, coming out in a few months called the Gates of Oblivion, and I am freaking excited like heck about that. And I've also started replaying Final Fantasy XIV as well as a little side thing just for myself, and that's got another big expansion due out very soon as well. So it's like yep, this is my limit now. This is my limit for games. But they are so completely different. It's awesome.
A well? Yeah, I saw the old well. We'll need a rope or something to climb down, though. Check near the forge. I noticed tools and ropes hanging around. One of those ropes should serve our needs.
Oh, Valen will find the rope and be right back. Right. Now, one thing I've definitely noticed about this area is that it's lots of places where I can go splat, which just like that, almost. That was a bit of a brown trousers moment. Yeah, I have to be very careful with this character now because two things really do him in. One, fire damage, because technically now a vampire, and two, falling off ledges like I almost did just then because I wasn't paying attention. But I do have one advantage, is that if I run for a few seconds, I can turn invisible. Which is very, very handy when you want to get somewhere and not be spotted like that. See?
I'm glad you're back. It's starting to get cold out here. Well, colder, really. I'm not sure how the orcs and the Nords stand it. Did you find a rope?
Higher cold tolerance?
Right where I said it would be.
Yes, because you'd found the coil of rope.
I knew you could do it. Follow me. I'll secure the rope and drop it into the well.
Sissy, I cannot unhear Tracer.
Come on. The well is this way.
So let's just sneak around here. Yeah.
I'll hang back and look around up here a little more while you head into the prison.
Oh, that's convenient. I can go and do all the work, shall I?
Rope is secure. Good luck down there. Hope you find the prison and not some nasty sewer or something.
Well, it better be a prison, because that's what the amount... It's going to be sewage. It's going to be sewage water down there. Stick to me fur. It's just going to go everywhere. I don't like it. Oh, I'm going to unleash heck. Orcish punishment can be harsh. Their jails aren't known for comfortable cells or gentle treatment of the incarcerated. But... Oh, it was a bit of both. A bit of sewage and... Oh, it's a flooded prison. Okay. So it's a bit of both. And there's an escaped murderer. There's a dead murderer. Let's see if I can do this. This may not work. Come on. Surprise. Oh, no. That's the vampirism topped up. Yeah, they're brigands and murderers. I have no qualms against feeding on them. It makes it more fun. They're the naughty ones. Yeah. The vampirism stuff in this isn't too bad. It's not ridiculously overpowered, and it's good for like people who want to play like rogues or sneaky types and stuff like that. But I think they could do a bit more with it. But I'm not complaining. It's just more of a how I would do it. I don't think. Although having said that, the blood scion is pretty cool. And I'm thinking there's a boss here. Looking at this map. Yeah, there's going to be. I reckon there's going to be a boss fight here somewhere. Which, if there is, you'll see me turn. You should see me turn into a blood scion. No. Wipe the mouth. Don't want blood over the whiskers. Where you gone? Oh, you're over there. Okay, yes, I haven't used this ability for a while. There you go, a little speed boost. That's what I got from the Time Monks.
Is that the best you can do? My heart is harder than
That's you little git.
You again. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you liked me.
Now what? Now you people have been acting very naughty in your name.
So Kurog's pit shows up again. Are you here to make sure I am still a prisoner? Or has he sent you to cut my throat? Come on, what are you waiting for? Just kill me and get it over with. Or don't you have the guts for that kind of work?
You know, I just thought about 20 people just getting in here alone. That's nothing. I'm a vampire. I feed on people. You will indulge, Kajito. You are the chief who got captured.
Kurog sent you to kill the captured chief, but he didn't tell you it was me. How typical.
Wasn't him though.
Well, the damn cultists couldn't kill me, the prison escapees couldn't kill me, and neither can you.
But High Priestess Sorgra sent Kajit, not Kurog.
The Trinimac priestess. She's just like the idiots who attacked my stronghold and threw me down here. They released my prisoners and made a game out of letting them torture us. joke's on them. I'm still alive.
Why should Velen rescue you after what you did at the Orsinium temple?
What are you talking about? After I left Orsinium, I returned here.
I
just
knew
in
it.
time to watch
I
the
knew he wasn't
bombs
involved.
on my stronghold.
Too obvious.
A prisoner in my own dungeon ever since. Definitely didn't have time to do anything at the temple.
So the fanatic, as I suspected, the fanatics kept shouting your name as they attacked.
That's nice. I have adored.
I mean, he's still an
I have
a-hole,
nothing to do with them.
but he's not the a-hole I'm after.
Now, do you want to chat or do you want to get out of here? My arms hurt, so climbing up the well is right out. We need to find another exit.
Well, it sounds like you have a suggestion.
I do indeed. But the prison defenses are still active. That's going to make getting out of here a bit tricky. Lucky for you, I'm here.
Alright, go find the exit, and if you try anything, I'll turn you into an orc-shaped light bulb.
First, we need to get through the Chamber of Scorn, where we keep the most dangerous prisoners. Chamber's protected by poison gas. If we run into trouble, you'll have to deal with it, what with my injured arm and all.
Yeah, it's convenient. Okay, so there's going to be poison in there. Right, it's going to be amusing.
Damn gates. I forgot about them. Blasted engineers always making upgrades.
Of course they do. Kill ogres, trolls, and... Oh yeah, I knew there was going to be a boss fight coming up. The rest of it.
Just so you know, if we don't do this exactly right, we're both going to die. No pressure or anything, but I wanted you to know what we're dealing with here.
You realise I'm technically the immortal one here. Please tell Velen, what do we need to do?
I need to turn the manual override switches in the correct order to open the gate to the next chamber. But this is the Chamber of Scorn. It was designed to hold our most dangerous inmates, so it won't be that simple.
Never is. Oh, no, what else is going to happen?
As soon as I start the process, poison will begin filling the room, and those cell doors are going to swing open. I'll try to be quick, but with an injured arm, I can only work so fast. Just keep the prisoners away from me and stay out of the gas.
Stay out of the gas. This one is used to it. He's hung around nodes.
You die a slow and painful death. Exciting, isn't it? Now let's get this over with.
Ah, so it's another Thursday then.
Once I turn this lever, there's no stopping, so get ready.
Yes,
Turning
yes, yes.
the first lever. Now!
Alright. Oh, there's the gas. Lovely. Oh, that's a lot of gas. Oh, okay, this is going to be a challenge.
One down. I'll get the next one.
Oh, phew,
Those prisoners away from me.
I thought it was going to stack. I see what happens, right. The next one probably going to come from that end. Yeah. It's still a challenge, but...
Good job, but things are about to get more complicated.
Oh, lovely. Right, so it's the same logic. Maybe that side. Oh, okay.
One more lever to go.
That was easy. Okay, this is the one I'm going to show the blood sign. My final form. Hello, Virus. Surprise!
All right, that's done. Let's keep moving.
Again, the screenshot for today. That's the blood sign. My kind of do it for a few seconds, but it's very handy when I'm doing boss fights. I've got like a cloud of bats that swarm around me as well now. So anything that comes close, yum 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 yum. And I heal, and with this ring as well, any damage I do, I heal. So the two together, and for a few seconds I become borderline indestructible. However, the downside is I can't heal normally outside of combat.
Welcome to the spike room. I'd brag about the craftsmanship if we weren't trapped down here. See those valves on the wall? I need you to turn all 3 of them. Just watch out for the spikes.
Downside is, let's say, because I now can only heal in combat, if I fall off a ledge, I'm in trouble. So ledges, my greatest enemy.
Well, not exactly. Those expensive
And
engineers
it looks like my matriarch is teabagging him.
right timers on the locks. If you don't close the valves fast enough, the trap resets. We built it to hamper escape attempts, remember? It's not supposed to be easy.
Okay. Turn the valves quickly. Anything else?
Just watch out for those spikes. They're reinforced metal sharpened to razor points. They might be coated with poison.
Oh, lovely.
Depends on when the last maintenance tasks were performed. Get skewered by a couple of those spikes and it's so long, Hawker.
Yeah. Any last advice before Gajit goes down there and does the work for you again?
The spikes aren't random. You can watch from up here and you might be able to determine the pattern. It changes daily, so even I don't know the current sequence. Just remember that if you take too long, it resets and you'll have to start over.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Just a little farther and we'll be...
Tell me about my health. It's like, okay, see if a health potion actually works, because I've not tried that yet. Yes, okay, so health potions do work, but I have to do it manually. Okay. Oof. That's it's going to cause unpleasantness. Just checking to make sure there's no more. Oh, great. So I can't turn the traps on as they come over them. That would be hilarious. I'll just squeeze along here. And you'll do. There we go, I'm out of the trap room. Oh, okay, thanks. Right, there's someone trying to be 4 over here. Now he's dead. No, I love that. Ooh. Okay, so nothing fancy there. What about over here? Just, there you go, zoom out a little bit. That's better. See what I'm doing now. If you accidentally sell something, yeah, yes, I know about that. Basically, it's like an accident buyback system.
Finally. It's good to breathe free air again. Just give me a moment.
Where is he? Oh, he's all the way down there. Okay.
I refuse to leave one
Little
just to
demon there.
enter another. If you plan to take me to Kurog, forget about it. I'd rather die here with my clan than have to see Kurog's gloating face again.
This one is not taking you to Kurog.
Damn right you're not. Make a move and I'll cut you. Just a flick of my wrist and your guts will decorate the floor. Now tell me why Solgra sent you. What kind of game is Kurog playing this time?
Oh look, your arm's magically fixed.
My arm is fine, but I couldn't get out of the prison on my own, so killing you down there wasn't an option. Now I'll ask you.
Even though technically I could destroy him in a blink of an
Why
eye.
did Solgra send you to help me?
She didn't want the Voshalak to kill you in Trinimac's name.
Now I understand. Kurog wants to save face. Can't have a rival chief die.
I just got a
Worship the same god as our so-called king.
I just got an Ouroboros crown crate.
See what Kurog's prime
Nice. Sorry, that's distracted me, isn't it?
Me help Kurog. Where was our so-called
Yeah, if you link
at the mercy of the
your Twitch account to your ESO account,
people would
every so often,
forced to join this cult
it doesn't seem to...
will.
Oh, it is finished. Every so often, it seems to be a sort of every sort of... I don't even know. I've had 2 in 1 week before. I mean, it depends on how many people are running ESO at the time. But yeah, there's that very small chance that you can get a free Ouroboros crown crate. I have no control over it. It's just a little thing that pops up, and you have to click on it, claim, and boom, it gets added to your account free. That's basically a thank you from the Zenimax. So it's like, yeah, sweet.
How many times do I have to tell you? I had nothing to do with that. You want to know the truth? Find Ulsha. I sent her away during the attack. She's camped outside Faron. She'll tell you everything you need to know.
I go in the background, and it's like, go on, put an arrow through his head, please do.
Chief Bazrog, lower your weapon, please. I don't want to loose this arrow, but I will if you don't stand down.
Damn it, Wood Elf, fine. But you might as well put that arrow in my heart, because I won't let you turn me over to Kurog.
A little bit of an echo there.
So now what? I've never taken an orc chief prisoner before.
Because he's not sure. He refuses to go to see Kurog.
I guess we could take him to High Priestess Solgra. She did send us to save him after all.
Yes.
I'm sure I can sneak him into the city, as long as he cooperates and doesn't do anything stupid or anything.
Yeah, he probably will. But you escort the chief to the High Priest, and because she'd want me to do there.
Alright then, we've got a plan.
Cheers, love, Catherine's here.
Perfectly good plan. Really. Other than me trying to sneak the chief into a city where Kurog has eyes and ears everywhere. What was I thinking? And how are we going to convince the chief to come with me?
No, the chief suggested that this one go talk to someone. He would do that, and you will keep them out of Kurog's paws.
Right. Sneak Bazrog into Orsinium and get him to Solgra. Easy as Boar Knuckles pie. Why do I have a feeling this trip back is going to get complicated?
You will do fine.
You can put the bow down, Elf. I'll go with you as long as you promise not to turn me over to Kurog.
Sorry, no. I'm keeping the bow. But I promise not to take you to Kurog.
Fine. Just watch where you're pointing that thing.
I like it. It makes me laugh. Right, let's see what that crate was.
Pakruti will help you open
Oh, it hasn't.
which contains special
Hasn't come to my account yet.
next time.
No, it does take a little while. But they have to make sure I'm not trying to pull a fast one or something. Okay. Let's get out of here. So there's me just opening up the door. And oh, again, I almost dropped down that ledge. That would have been very, very bad. I would have gotten splat. Oh, crud! That did not go well. I really didn't go well. For them. Yeah, screw it. But this dude when he jumps, it's like he jumps into orbit. Right. And I'm going in here, I think. Wow, this place is messed up. Oh, the alchemist is looks like they're dead. Yep, they're dead. So I mean, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have a little look around. If there's any good loot. Oh, there's that one dead. Nope. It's just like a standard sort of basement. That's locked. Cubbyhole. That's the keg. Right. Go back to where I was going. We'll go to the feast hall. Because I've got to go to this archivist's blood, which in the feast hall looks like it's that one down there. 3. And invisible. And such a handy ability. Yeah, I love that book. Okay, more blood. I got a well actually inside the house. That's interesting. Still, we have taps in the sink, so I suppose it kind of makes sense. You know what? Screw it. I've tried covert. I think it just means I'm not going to get the objective, the bonus objective. Yeah. Where are you going? I'm going up here now to the longhouse. Is that good? Because it's a longhouse. Obvious, really. Okay, there should be one more archivist around here somewhere. I may have to go there in the future. This place has been ransacked. It's like they've taken most of, if not all, the loot.
You truly want to help us secure the sacred words of Malakath?
Yes.
Then let us speak. For you cannot find the way on your own.
Alright. Speak.
Outsider, you honor Malakath with your actions. I serve the Furious One as well. And as his instrument of vengeance,
Nice
I
mask.
swear that the death of the Archivists will not go unanswered. You, however, have a different purpose in all this, I think.
And who are you exactly?
The faithful of Malakath require protectors, especially in these difficult and violent times. I am one of Malakath's mortal agents, one of the Agrakran. You would say the blood shield in the common tongue. You have the Archivist's blood, yes?
Yes, this one has the blood, but he's not quite certain what to do with it. I'm hoping no kind of blood magic, because that's like one step away from necromancy.
There was little time to prepare you, and still less now. Malakath's vengeance cannot be delayed. But I can give you this book. It describes the path you must walk. You were not intended for this path, but you must walk it all the same.
Right. So I'm being messed around with by yet another Daedric prince. That sounds about right. Where does Velen stand?
The Stronghold Keep. A shrine to Malakath waits inside. Though it hides in our prince's true place of power. The blood holds the key. Though your will and your faith must reveal the way.
True price of power. Am I going to go to Malakath's realm? This book would help Velen?
Initiates used it to gain admittance to the Old Order, as did those who sought refuge in the halls of Malakath's true servants. It will guide you, but like the Furious One, it won't lead you by the hand. You'll have to work to succeed. Now go.
Wait, tell Kajit more about the Agrakrum.
The blood shields? To most we are shadows, but for a precious few, we are a beacon of light. Retrieve the sacred words before the Vashrok destroy them, as the Furious One has charged. I have my own task. Later, we can talk more if you like.
Okay, so basically go in, do whatever I have to do, smack people up, use my... Hey, somebody else has got a crate as well. Fantastic. Yeah, I have zero control over those, when they drop or how many will drop or anything like that. The only thing that apparently does increase the odds is obviously the more of a drop enabled stream you watch, the more you get. I think it has to be at least, from what I vaguely remember, I think it has to be at least 15 minutes, which might be half an hour, I don't know. It's one of those two, so 15 minutes or half an hour. And if it's the same as last time, it doesn't show up immediately in your account, but it does show up. So, hey, it's a free crate. So, yeah, if nothing else, you get some free potions. Although I have got a pet for one of those before, so yeah, it's somewhere like that, 15 minutes to half an hour. But yeah, I have. Although the vast majority of the time you get like potions and XP buffs and things like that from it, but I did get a pet from it once, so I was very happy with that. So back here. Now there we go. Hey, a free crate's a free crate. We were trying to do it tomorrow. Yeah. If you get something good, please let me know. I will take all credit for it. Hey. Although if you get like a mount or something from there, I will. I will say a very rude word if you get a mount from me. Right, so offering pole. Ooh, glowy. Offering bowl. More glowy. There's a another offering bowl. This is why I needed the blood. Use part of faithful. Okay. There we go. Moved his head. So I can hear chanting or singing. I thought I was hearing things then for a minute. Go through the door with the lit candle. Right, so that's that one. That's that one. That's that one. So. It's really good. Wow, this really is a puzzle. This it's really subtle. It's like they all produce light, but only one of them actually has a lit flame. I'm assuming this is it. Oh, yep, that was. apparently I don't have to jump down the well. Okay. Whoop. Oh, I balls that up, didn't I? Again.
And so an initiate has come, as before and as it will be again. Then it is my time.
Did I? Oh, I just fell down into a thingy of blood. Right. That's a big statue of Mad Ogre. Okay, I gotta say, this is actually a pretty cool temple.
Strike true. Your quest will come to nothing if you falter here. Malakath demands sacrifice, even of his most devout children.
Keep her to say good words on it. I do what needs to be done. That was unnecessary.
You have proven yourself capable of doing whatever Malakath asks of you. Good. Only the worthy may carry the sacred words.
Did I really just have to smack her around the back of the head like that? That seemed a little bit unnecessary.
You have done well, outsider. Not only were you able to find this sanctuary, you proved yourself worthy enough to take up the sacred words. You should be honored to be so favored by Malakath.
He's going to have to get in the queue. Seriously, I think every major Daedric prince has got their eye on my soul right now. Why did the keeper have to die?
The choice was yours. Though Malakath always demands a sacrifice, a display of loyalty and commitment. But rest assured, the keeper knew her role and she relished the taste of it.
Okay, that makes me feel a tiny bit better in that she was not only expecting it, but was looking forward to it. Could have known that beforehand, but what about your task?
The archivists have been avenged, and Malakath's fury sated. For now. The remaining Vashrak will soon notice their shrinking numbers and depart Faro. Until then, I will remain to guard the sanctuary while you get the sacred words to safety.
Please forgive this one, but where should he take the scroll?
The Agrakron is all around, hidden in plain sight. In Orsinium, for example, waits one of the most powerful of our order. Take the scroll to Chroma, but protect it safe until you reach her. The Trinimac cult wants the truth destroyed at any cost.
Well, Orsinium is a big place. Where does this Khajiit find Chroma?
Go to the residential district and find the house where the light of Malakath shines. Follow the light. It will guide you to Chroma. Give the scroll that contains the sacred words to her, and only to her. Now go. And may Malakath protect you.
I got it. Last time here. Yep, that's basically a lake of blood. I suppose it was. Have a little looky around here as well. I thought there might be another way out. Huh. I'm going to use the way shrine to start the point. I see thing way shrine. I see saw way shrine. There we go. Glowing lights. I kind of feel bad about the quest now, but she was expecting it. It's what she wanted. I still feel bad. Very bad, actually. I think her wanting it made it worse. Right, there might be a item drop here. Yeah. I think I may have picked this one up already, but I'll double check. yes, I have already picked that one. Okay. Strange. Yeah, I hadn't picked. Must have been a glitch. Alright, so what are you sending me? You're sending me to... Right, so just basically follow it around. Good evening. So we'll just follow that around to the east. Come on. You just missed that we had 2 crate drops on the channel. One for myself and one for Mouse Tech. It was like, ooh. It was very nice. Doesn't happen often, but you know, it's a good way to encourage people to watch the different streams. I think they try and do like a rotation around it, so it's like some people will get them, some people won't. Yeah. Oh, are these the people wanting to speak? Nope, these aren't bad bends. These are good ones.
It's good to see you again, though we seem destined to always meet during troubled times.
Good to see if my ground combat bugs are ironed out.
And now this difficulty with the Vashrak. I try to remain optimistic, but sometimes I just want to scream.
I tried a bit of ground STO earlier. Didn't notice any bugs on my part, but then again, I think it might depend upon the map. And I did 2 maps. I did the Paragon free one and the Assaulting Terror one. But I didn't notice any bugs myself. But fingers crossed it works out for you. Also, don't try and talk when you're drinking. That's a bit stupid of me. The new event has started today as well. Give me 1 second. That's better. Yeah, definitely. Don't try and talk when drinking. Not good.
My husband lives. Truly, the man is favored by Malakath. I suppose I need to thank Solgra for sending help when I requested it. But where is he? Is the chief well?
Basilak's fine, but Khajiit needs to know how he was captured.
After the chief met with Kurog,
Yeah,
we
that was it.
immediately set out for Farag. He was angry, but he refused to talk about it. We arrived to find our stronghold overrun by those Trinimac fanatics. The Vashrak fell upon us before we knew what was happening.
Please, you indulge Valin. Basilak didn't send boys to attack the temple, and obviously there's a third party trying to start a rumble.
What? Of course not. Chief Bosrog would never put innocents in danger, not even if Kurog insulted his honor.
I kind of believe
Tell me
that.
who these imposters were, so that I can deal with them in accordance with the curse and the code.
I mean, Basilak's a bit of an a-hole, but he's not a dishonourable a-hole, if that makes sense. We're still trying to figure out who's behind this, but there's definitely a third party. I suspected that from the beginning, that there was another lot of people involved. Now we've got to find out who the flip they are. Yeah.
Very well. But my chief is innocent. We must clear his name.
That's a nice
I'll
little icon.
contact my sources and investigate from my end if you promise to do the same. Now where is Chief Bosrog?
Oops, excuse me. Chief Basilak is safe. You have this one's word on it.
Then I trust he will stay that way, or you will
Shoot.
answer to me. Take this as a token of thanks for assisting the chief and for your willingness to find the truth of the dark
And again,
matters that plague
really like the
Gotham.
armour.
I'll contact you in Orsinium when I have news.
Thank you. Yeah, this one does not use shields, but he knows somebody who might. Okay. So now where are you sending me? The problem with this map is it's just like lots of white, very bright, and I can't see where my arrow is. Alright, so you're sending me... Where the flip are you sending me? Yes. Okay, so you're sending me in that general direction. Okay. Oh, I see. Like there we are. There it is. I see it now. So if I follow basically the road northeast. Okay. So there might be a museum piece down here as well. So I'm going to take a little diversion first. I've got to be careful because there's a boss fight around here somewhere. Ah, crap! I didn't want to do that. I floated in response, so it automatically attacked them. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Oh, you're not dead. That's quite. Yeah, that's you know what? No, I'm not going to go that way because there's a ledge there, and I do not do well with ledges. So let's just keep going this way, and avoiding that boss that's down there. Because I didn't. Do I wash down? No. Do I feel frisky? Do I feel like I want to take this back? It's called the Mad Ogre. Oh, it looks like there's a fight going on. Okay, this is. Oh, this is going to hurt. And I got there just as it finished. Well, flip. However, I would take that. I will take that ice effigy. Thank you very much. It's going to go down a treat. Because that can go in the museum. I want to make sure that before I leave this region that I've got all the items for the museum. And I've gone in a complete wrong direction. Actually, have I fought that boss fight before? I have. I don't remember doing it, but I must have done it when I was just sort of bimbling around trying to get my magic ring, which makes sense. And again, I've lost track of where I'm going. There we go. That makes it a bit easier. Now that's it. Now I'm back on track. So, God, this is all the way up here. Follow that path. Yeah, a white arrow on a white background makes it very easy to see. This is my new mount as well. Yeah, stay there. You gurney little foot. No, stop. Fine. I'm trying to show off his face. I think this helm is another item I needed. I think. Something else. Oh, hello. What's that? Okay, I've already got that one. But that's worth about 5,000 gold. Sweet. There you go. There's the... Now go towards... Yes, now let's go to the curator. Which is in Orsinium. Hopefully, there seems to be a slight bug and that some of the items don't show up in the museum, but some of them do. And so that means I think I've got at least 2 items to hand in now. I think. But I had to go to Orsinium anyway. So Rothgar. Oh, blimey.
King Kurog requests the honor of your presence, outsider. My beloved.
Seriously, look at the armor. Amazing.
So do not linger. His dark mood is bad enough without you disappointing him as well.
What's he going to do? Be assassinated? But do you know what the king wants?
Of course I know what the king wants. He wants to see you immediately. Do you have any other pointless questions you'd like me to answer for you?
Has Valen offended you in some way? You seem very aggressive.
Ah, outsider, my apologies.
The king's mood has set everyone on edge. You could literally cut the tension in the court with a knife, and I fear it will get worse before it gets better. Go, talk to the king. Perhaps you can raise his low spirits.
Okay, so yeah, she admits, she made a mistake. She was just a bit sort of. Right, this one will speak to King Kurag as soon as he can.
Go! Have you no sense of urgency? My beloved's mood has already grown dark. Don't add to his anger as well, outsider.
Also, the orcs in this are very passionate people. They are, in some ways, they remind me of the Andorians from Star Trek. Not in terms of looks, because obviously they're green, blue and everything, but just the way they act and the way they behave. Right, quick to anger, but quick to forgive. Right, so over there's the museum. I'm starting to get used to where the various landmarks in this place are now. So this is actually a pretty big project. It's like a sort of DLC achievement. Speak to her first. Oh, bit of lag there. Try again. Hello. Try again. There we go.
The Relic Hunter returns. Tell me, was your search for Uzdabik's helm successful? There's a display case just waiting to be filled.
Yes, because she found Uzbaka's helm.
So it really does exist. Sometimes you never know when you're dealing with myth and legend.
Very good point.
But I trouble you to take it downstairs and place it in its display. In the meantime, I'll find that list of relics I mentioned the last time we spoke.
Just out of curiosity, yeah. How did you get the job like this?
You mean as curator?
Yes.
That's an interesting story. I guess you could say that I'm a city orc. Born and raised in Wayrest, educated at the finest Breton academies. King Kurog and I met during his travels, and offered me this museum. I said yes.
Right, you do not look like a city orc.
Oh, you mean the clan tattoo?
Yes.
Yes, well, I guess you could say that was a gift of sorts. I toured the various clan strongholds when I first arrived, and Chief Bosrog of the Farun clan insisted that I allow his wise woman to mark me.
Why does the king, at the curiosity, want a museum?
King wants to preserve and display the culture and history of this land. He believes that a museum is an integral component in the rebuilding of Orsinium and the establishment of the Orsimer Kingdom, and I heartily agree.
So our king does have a sense of culture. Interesting. Right, so I've got, say, several items I need to place now. Where are they? So first of all, I've got to place the ice effigy, the anvil, and the helm. That's the equivalent. That's when I go to the Bard's College in Skyrim. That's a long way off. These two things are for the Clockwork City, and I might have to pop there again at some point to drop those off. Again, I'm going to have to take a very swift detour at some point as well to the Thieves Guild. Where is it? Oh, then I forgot to advance the quest. Okay, so put the helm there. Ah, there you go. Yeah, see, now on display. Right, there's one. Okay, so what's it again? I've forgotten. The ice effigy and the anvil. Okay, no, it's the. So you've got Horn of Beasts, that one to go. Frederick's Chalice, I haven't got that one. Anvil. Okay, for some reason that one didn't display. Alright, it happens. Wolf Light. Ugh, big gunk on the floor there. Some kind of dinosaur statue. No, that quill, the heart. Scepter. Yep, that's gone blink. Okay. Well, seems like this area might be slightly bugged. Now, poop.
It's so nice to have a little help around here. Thanks for finding that historic treasure and setting it on its display. But this is only the beginning. The wilds of Rothgar are brimming with all sorts of important antiquities.
I know this one has found several of them, but is there anything else this one can do to help?
Indubitably, you got a talent for relic hunting.
Ooh.
I'd be remiss if I didn't take advantage of that. Here's a list of the relics I believe await us in the wilds of Rothgar. Find them, bring them here, and the museum will reward you handsomely.
Okay.
Remember to check the list. We have very specific needs here at the House of Orsimer Glories. Distinctive portions of history that we want to put on
This might be
display.
why they've not been displayed, because I've not been officially sent to find them. Right, some of the... Where's it gone? Right, so I can't get rid of that. Okay. The Great is also a good King Tol's companion lost. Ah, yes, I've already picked that one up because by a lucky coincidence, a fellow group of adventurers managed to slay the big beastie just before I got there. And then I just come running in and go, yoink, I'll say that, thank you very much. And then I scooted off into the horizon.
Remember to check the list.
Okay, so I probably only get the reward once I've got everything, which... That's coffee time. Hey, if it wasn't for the fact that it would keep me awake, I would, I'd be probably having some caffeine right about now, so coffee is good. Not too much, obviously. I want to get the jitters. Alright, so I think this next quest is sending me to Lodraf's house. And if I just run past these guards and they're like, you can't see me, I'm invisible. Or perhaps they can. Oh, actually, whilst I'm here.
What happened at Firebrand Keep was downright embarrassing. I'm glad you restored order.
That sounded a bit like Matt Mercer there. Again, it's the sort of like little game we play whenever we encounter an NPC now. It's like, is this person voiced by someone from Critical Role? Chances are it is. Or who's that voice?
No, I understand. If you change your mind, I'll
You don't worry, soon. Look, once I've done Orsinium, okay, I will be coming here and I will find you, okay? So just stay here.
Ah! Never sneak up on a person doing business.
That depends what business they're doing. Right. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Sell. Brilliant. And that's given me a nice little bit of experience towards Ledger's Domain. Although now I've got the skills I want from that, it's not a high priority. As you can see down at the bottom right of the screen, I've got Ledger Domain and Thieves Guild. Those are to help me keep track of extra things that I just want to keep track of. So once Ledger Domain's filled up, then I'm replacing that with, say, Dark Brotherhood. It also acts as a reminder to tell me what I'm going to be focusing on in the next. Well, after I've done Orsinium, I think it will be the Thieves Guild, basically. Which is going to be interesting. It'll be quite interesting. Especially now I've got the Vampirism Cloak. I think this is actually a good place to help yourself to items. Because there's no... Oh, I was going to say there's no one around, and there's a... I'll take that. There's a... So we both sort of looked at each other and was like, well, I won't say anything if you won't. Problem is, I think the NPC does wander around here, so you've got to be careful. No, she does tend to hang around here. At the same time, this person and this person does sometimes wander around.
I do not know you, yet you approach with great purpose. State your intentions and let Malakath judge your worth.
As I have said to give you this, are the secret words of Malakath.
Yes, I heard about the trouble at Faren's stronghold. Thank Malakath that you were able to secure the holy text.
Yes.
The Agra Krun will make sure it remains safe. The Vosh Rock lost today's battle thanks to you.
Malakath's final word. And of course it would be a hammer. Yeah. Although, that's actually a pretty good hammer. Okay, I mean, it's not mega amazing, and I'm not a hammer-focused wizard, or sorcerer, to be more exact, but that's actually not a bad item. That is not a bad item. Foiled the plans of the Vosharak. That's a cool fudge sounding name. Yeah, I'll take it from here. Oh no, I'll get to the habit. Oh, I'll take that. Oh, hello. Okay, double check, make sure no one's around. Don't want to push my luck, so I'm not going to go straight for too long stealing from these people. I'll just take a little bit here and there to help offset the costs. Right, let's go see what King Kurog has to say for himself. And that person just had a hat with a feather in it. That's awesome. Your King's Palace. Also known as... One day, I will finish it. Oh, he's here. It's unusual. Normally he's up in his throne room up there. King?
Have you ever looked at these statues?
Yeah, sometimes.
Really looked at them?
No.
Legends carved into bronze or stone. The work of hundreds of hours, likely crafted by people who didn't know a thing about their subject matter. And for what purpose, do you think?
To honor and remember them?
And who decides who we honor and remember? The victors, of course, for they get to write the history.
Yes, I've heard that.
There are two sides to every story. No one remembers the losers. They fought for what they believed in and failed, and so they are forgotten.
I sense this is heading somewhere. Well, what are you getting at?
To the vanquished, this isn't a statue of a hero. It's a tribute to a tyrant. Many see me in the same way, a tyrant, forcing my ideas upon the people. They say I'm wrong, that I'll destroy the Orsimer. They seek to turn everyone against me.
Please tell Velen, has someone turned against you?
I get reports. Things my advisors think I need to know. One report claims that the Wood Elf is keeping company with Bosrog. When two of my scouts confronted her, she killed them both. I'm concerned that Bosrog has turned Eveli against us.
Oh, please say she hasn't. No. You think Eveli Sharp Arrow is a traitor, and I really hope you're wrong.
Eveli aids my enemy. The Wood Elf has chosen the wrong side. I worry that you might follow her example. But I have a moot to prepare for, and I've said what I had to say. When you see Eveli, I expect you to do the right thing.
I'm starting to think as well that because there's this mysterious third party that is trying to start basically a civil war almost. Maybe that's what they found out, and that's why she has gone on deep. But she doesn't seem like the person who would go traitor like that. I hope I'm wrong. I really don't want to have to be the one to...
Can you imagine the chaos? Sometimes I don't know what the king is thinking.
Oh. Go on. Oh, they stopped because I was listening. So, Evely's possibly turned traitor. There's someone trying to start what amounts to a civil war in the orc clans.
Yes, I'm sure you are. I have a message for you.
And somebody else has a message for me. Okay.
I thought that was you when I saw you enter the keep. You were in there so long, though, I was beginning to think you'd never come back out.
It's only in there 5 minutes.
It's scary, isn't it? Malakath this and Trinimac that, and all that talk about traitors in the court.
Okay, I literally just came from there. How the flip did you hear about that already? But you must tell because you said you had a message. Oh, hello. Hello, cat.
Right. A
Hello.
little wood elf gave it to me.
Oh, you go now. Okay.
You to a turn and asked me to deliver this letter. Not sure why she was hiding under that hood. She's got a
What?
funny accent.
Oh, you would go on my lap. All right, hold on.
Wood elf, so,
Hold on. Let me adjust my nice seating so you can actually sit on the lap and not get squished. Come on. Come on. Hello. Yes. Don't your butt in my face, thank you. Don't sit. Thank you. Excuse me. It's Turkish. Did this would ever say anything else?
as a matter of fact, although it didn't make a lick of sense to me, she said the letter itself wasn't important. She said that what really matters is the beginning of every thought.
There's a code in the
Maybe
letter.
you'll understand it, because I certainly don't.
It's gonna be one of the sort of ones they take the first letter of every like word or sentence or something. Okay. Right. So where's this? The quest items. What? Okay, so WAT. What? WAAT in IHRSW ODS. Ah, no, it's the first word, not the first letter. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm an idiot. Okay, we are at the hidden room. Secret words orcs don't smell. Okay, that's actually quite...
You know, come to think of it, maybe the message is in some kind of code. Hey,
I figured that out.
The Mages Guild could help you decipher that. I mean, if you need any help, that is.
Okay, now I can see why they put it in there, because that, for some people, you know, I'm not going to put any judgments on, because some people can't mentally process the puzzles. Though some people can do it quite easy. I was going too much into it and going by the first letters when it should have been by the first words. But at least they've given you an option for, you know, people are like, no, I just can't wrap my brain around puzzles, which is fair. Not everybody can. Which is, there's a there was a suggestion in one of my old D&D books where if you ever have a puzzle in a game, there should ultimately be 3 solutions to it. You know, the obvious one, a medium one, and a difficult one. Obviously, you present them with the difficult one first, and then you have the medium, then the easy one. It's that kind of logic to it. You don't want to make it too hard for people so they go, you know what, screw this, I can't make any progress. But at the same time, you want to give people that sort of sense of accomplishment where, you know, like it's like, yeah, I figured it out, like I just did. I mean, I don't need to do this, but for the sake of following the guide, I am going to get the information. Crap. Well, that's one way to fall down there. Excuse me, God. What am I doing? I've got a bloody mount. Okay, so the Mages Guild is where? It's around here. Oh, there we go. I keep forgetting how big this place is. Where's the entrance? Ah, there's the entrance. See? Wait, what? Did I just... I did, I went to the wrong place. I'm an idiot. There's the Mages Guild. Flipping big doors. Right. So I've got to find Kalina. I'll pay 347 gold. 121,000. Yeah, I can afford that.
This won't do. This just won't do at all. What were the orcs thinking, giving us this decrepit old building? This is hardly a proper location for the Mages Guild. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, me. I was just looking at it. No. Yeah, that's that one. Well, I'll go back to you. Okay. Oh, this is decipher it. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can do this without paying it. Screw it, I'm keeping my gold. This one needs his gold for wares. His coin is for wares. Of the greedy god. Great name for though. Is this it? No. Where is this? Is this the one? No. Oh, is it gonna hurt? Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Of course, yeah, because it's hidden. The place where I've got to go is hidden just behind the icon there. Of course, that's why I couldn't bloody see it. Oh, there she is. Hello.
Damn moot. First the king invites outsiders, and now this? It's no wonder we don't have any rooms left to rent. Plenty to eat and drink downstairs, though, so feel free to go and bother the bartender.
This one's looking for his friends. A wood elf and a couple of orcs, which sounds like a joke. There's wood elf and 2 orcs walking to... Hello, Welsh Knight of Darkness.
A wood elf and 2 orcs? Sounds like the beginning of a bad limerick. Sorry. We don't see that many of the little elves around here, so I really can't...
I honestly didn't know that was coming. That was funny. Okay, this one understands. Orcs do not smell. Oh, so he has heard.
Ah, my apologies. I couldn't reveal anything until you said the proper words.
Fair enough.
Take the stairs down into the storage area. Look for an opening in the wall. It leads to our most private set of rooms.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out from the cryptic puzzle. Which I'm quite proud of. I figured that out by myself. That's one hell of a wall. Oh, I've been here before. This isn't really a secret place. I've been here a couple of times already.
We can't just walk into the Voshrock base. That's suicide.
We have to find out what the Voshrock have planned. If we wait for them to strike, it will be too late.
Whatever they're planning, it's going to happen soon. They just about told me as much when they threw me into my own prison.
Maybe we should have left you in there. For all we know, you deserve to be in prison.
Listen to me, Elf. I didn't attack anyone. I left Orsinium and they ambushed me.
I sent you to rescue the Chief Everlee. I wouldn't have done that if I believed he was guilty.
Yeah, I don't think he's guilty.
High Priestess, you knew who you were sending us to rescue the entire time. This feels like one giant trap, and we walked right into it.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you found us. I'm sorry that Everlee is upset, but I did what had to be done. Please, let's talk.
Yeah, I kind of agree with her. You know, it was if you'd have told us who we were going to go rescue, it might have been a little bit different. Although, thinking about it, that's probably why you didn't tell us.
I know you have questions,
Mhm.
and you're probably just as angry with me as ever, Lee.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
Hear me out, I beg you. There are deadly plots unfolding, and we're all in terrible danger.
Which person's voice? The wood elf or this character's? Very possible. There's so many famous people doing this one. It's ridiculous. I mean, seriously, just look up on IMDb. It is a chock block of famous voice actors and visual actors as well.
I withheld certain details, yes, but I had good reasons. If cultists killed Basrag in Trinamac's name, it would have started a civil war.
As I said.
And if Kurog found out you were trying to rescue Basrag, you would never have been allowed to leave the city.
Okay, that's fair. Futurama. Yes. I think I know who you're talking about. The dude who voices... Is it Bender? I want to say John DiMaggio? It does sound like him. And if it's not him, it's someone doing a damn good impression. But because you just not understand. It said Basrag was behind the attack on the temple.
Basrag's shield wife approached
The green alien
Basrag
Kif.
attacked Farron's stronghold. She knew the king would do nothing for those who didn't accept his rule. Chief Basrag was ambushed at the same time the temple was being attacked.
And what does that prove?
Someone wanted to blow
No.
Basrag for the Malakath fanatics, while also removing the chief from the battlefield. It was a brilliant plan. Fortunately, you were able to foil it. And now, thanks to Basrag, we know what the Voshruak are planning next.
I'll have to try and figure out because there's 3 different aliens who could be green. There's Kif, who is the guy on the spaceship. There is the monster who works on the news channel, and then there's Lerv Omicron Persei 8. Yes, I've watched a lot of Futurama.
The Voshruak want to make a statement, something big. Basrag thinks it involves the Moot, where all the chiefs will be gathered. We need more information. Someone needs to enter the old Trinamac temple to the west and learn more about their plans.
And that someone is this handsome Khajiit in front of you, isn't it?
I'll send scouts ahead, but you'll need to get inside and do whatever it takes to uncover the exact nature of their plan. Lives are at stake, remember that. Now please, talk to Everlee. We need her. You have to convince her to help us.
Khajiit is a people person. He will get it done.
You two have your orders. Scout the temple exterior. The others will join you shortly.
The Voshruak practically bragged about their plan as they tossed me in that cell. They said it was going to be big and bold and really show the world what Trinamac is all about.
Yeah, that's the one.
Tell me any details.
Yeah, Amy.
But I think it involves the Moot.
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if it is them. Right. Everly. This is not going to be pleasant, but we have to do this.
I hate this situation. I really do. Being a hero, that's supposed to be pure and honest. Good is good and evil is evil, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But nothing here is clear cut. I can't tell the good guys from the bad.
Yes, you're now starting to find out what it really takes to be a hero. I mean, if it was easy, everyone would be one.
I'm not even sure whose side I'm on anymore. When Basrag and I sneaked into the city, 2 guards got lucky and happened to be in the right place at the right time. They attacked. I just reacted and let my arrows fly.
Now, I can either be sort of kind or I can be harsh to her. It's like, everything worked out to stop your whining. It's like, to be fair, we did kind of send her along there to be in charge of looking after him. So she did exactly what we asked her to. So, I'm inclined to be kind to her, but because it's kind of our fault. You say option 1, okay. So I'm leaning towards option 1. Option 2 doesn't feel right, considering we're the ones who are doing it. But no, I will let chat decide on this one, even though I may regret the decision. So 1, be nice, or 2, give her a sort of, oh, she could have said no. That is true, but she was basically told to do what we say. So it's like, and also we could have decided to go with the orc chief. So I'm going to go with 1. As it seems what everyone's deciding.
But I killed 2 guards who were just doing their job. They probably have loved ones, pets. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Listen, you have to do what is right for you. But Valen could certainly use your help.
I knew you were going to say that. Still, I'm not sure I can get past Solgra's lies. She tricked us into helping Chief Basrog, and I'm still not sure about his role in all this. All right, you can count on me, but I'm doing this for you, not them.
That is all that Valen asks, and thank you. But come to Paragon's Remembrance. Valen needs someone he can trust with us. That someone being you, in case that's not obvious.
I can do that. Besides, it'll be nice to get out of a city. Try to forget about the price on my head for a while. All right, let's do this. But be careful out there, will you? I can't afford to lose the only person I really trust.
See, from a sort of lore-ish point of view, being the elf and assuming they have the different aging things compared to humans and Khajiits, she's probably the equivalent of like 19, 20, if that, in human terms. Right, so we'll go to Frostbreak Ridge. It's Frostbreak Ridge, where's that? That's 2 rivers. Icy Shore, Shuttle, Morkol, Traders Road, Merchants What's It, Frostbreak. Frostbreak even. I'm still really looking forward to the companion system when they bring it out. I'm hoping that they give you a wide selection of NPCs to choose from. Or hell, even if they only have, like, say, one of each basic type, you know, like a tanky type, a healer type, and a damage type. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to make things so much easier. And I need to my buffs again. So let's have a... and I'll have chicken. There we go. Let's give him a little health buff there. And right, we are sending me because I can't afford to drop down any ledges. So if I... It would have been easier to go from that one. Fine, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go from that one because you just sent me to the wrong place. I probably didn't think I had that one unlocked. Makes sense. Yeah, that's a lot easier. Like 120, 130 units away instead of, you know, like 600 or whatever it was before. What else is over here? Oh, I know what those. No runestone. Only another under 7,000 items I need to harvest more.
No amount of gold is worth your life. Now sit down and rest, you idiot. Don't worry, my partner will be alright. He just twisted his ankle running out of that damned ruin. Bardwin's pride will hurt more than his injury come morning. That and our empty gold pouch. Should have known this job sounded too easy.
This one's curious. What job might that be?
We were sent to find Kurazov, who's supposedly inside the ruin. His mother told us, said we had to save her son. There was something about her, like she wasn't totally forthcoming. But the gold she offered was good enough that we didn't press it.
Khajiit can appreciate that. Maybe he can help.
Sure. A subcontract, as it were. For a share of the gold, of course.
Of course.
Maybe you'll have better luck in there than we did. Or at least you won't have to deal with quite as many skeletons.
Oh, this one will look for Kurazov, and I will keep anything in there I find.
Just be careful in there. Those ruins can be dangerous. Even when you're as experienced as Bardun over there.
This one can handle it. This one is very much more powerful than he looks. And there's also, oh, that makes me think I'm going to be fighting that later. What looks like a, it's like a bone golem. Pretty messed up. Yep, that makes me think that's going to be a fight I'm going to have later. Right, let's look at the map. Okay, so there's a possible museum item in here. Some lore books and at least one sky shard. That's above the surface, so we don't have to worry about that. And you can tell that because it's not actually on any of the map parts. And then that's the dungeon boss fight. Right. And it's gone, the music's gone creepy. Okay. And it looks like there's a fog in here as well. I mean, I could, if I went to explore these books. Okay. Yeah, you go and do what you need to do, and yeah, if you let me know what you got, that would be fantastic. Just like send me a message or something on Twitter. Because if somebody is watching my streams, gets something, I want to know what they got from. And if you do get a mount, I will be. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, that's my health topped back up. Yeah, there it is. There's the big bony boy. Bone Colossus. But I'm not going to use my blood sign on this one because there's a proper boss fight coming up, so I'm going to save it for that. I'm going to use my accelerated ability. Keep forgetting to use that. That's a big pile of bones. And for some reason I cannot. Okay, oh, it's doing that weird glitch again, isn't it? That's okay. I'm going to have to do a reload. It happens. Every so often it seems to sort of glitch and it doesn't allow me to, you know, like interact with things. But I don't think that's a problem with the base game. I think it's to do with some of the mods clashing and things like that. But it doesn't do it that often, so it's not a big deal. I just have to do a reload. It's easy enough. I just type in reload. It does it. If it doesn't fix it, then well, that'll be a problem. Then I'll have to sort of teleport out and back in again, which is quite difficult. I have to change the zones because that does like a more harder reset. Could also be that the bit of lag as well, because I noticed that earlier when I was in Orsinium. There was a few of the, the shadowy figures wandering around, which generally tends to indicate that there's other players there, but for some reason their images haven't loaded. Which would be about right, because I did have to do an update a couple of days ago. Oh, and I'm completely blind. I just noticed a donation from Aspire LTA. I'm very, very sorry I missed that one. That's me being completely blind, and thank you very much for that. See, it only just came up on my alerts thing. Oh, is he a dead boy? I think he's a dead boy. He's a dead boy. Right, so I've got to return to Hrothgar. Whilst I'm here, that's good. I am going to go and pick up these bits and pieces whilst I'm here. So I think what I've got to do is I've got to go looking at this. I'm going to have to go through here, pick up that, go to the ground floor there, get that item, come back here, get that, go through there, get those books, do that, and then go back out. Yeah. Piece of... Ooh, this is a chest. It is a... Oh, and there's a bone flower. I don't want that. Do not want that. Come on. Come on. Okay, so if I go into here... Oh, no, that's where I want to go. Deal with this zombie. That's right. Okay, so if I go around here... There we go. Use the cloak. That's what it's for. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be here. It just means this is where it can spawn, and it has spawned. Fantastic. I'll take that bracer. Okay, that is the other side. So I can't do that yet. Let's go and fight the big boss boy. Who should be down here. Yeah. Not mind me, lads. It's coming through. Where is he? There's the boss. There you go. Golar the Dark. Surprise! Let's demolish him. Yeah. That was good. Oh, got to say as well, when I turn into a blood scion, I can see when there's creatures through walls. But not when I turn back into regular Khajiit. Very handy ability though. Very handy. Let's see, this way. I think. I will take that. I'll take that, thank you. The bookshelf, didn't want that, never mind. Okay, get that book. Right, now so that'll go that way. Right, fine. Still use well. Oh, you little oh, just you little buggers. Okay, help that hurt. Good. This is Leroy. There's a sky shard. Get rid of you. Got that law book. Get rid of you. Marvellous. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is going to be just go back the way I came. Oh, dead. Yeah, he's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Okay, scoot past him. And this person. Make a rude gesture towards them. This is when I'm going to go outside and they're going to send me back in here, aren't they? No cat. You want it? No, my mind's gone blank. At that point of the day when the brain is going, just relax. Just relax and chill. And I think that's one of the things I do enjoy about when I'm playing this, is that even though I do something, definitely a lag spike there, is that I can play this quite relaxingly. You know, I've done it before when I've had a like the Lord of the Rings soundtrack, or even just like this game soundtrack on, just playing it on like another monitor, or had like a, you know, like a podcast or a VOD on the other thing, and I don't watch it, but I listen to it. Oh yeah, Yeah, you're right. Yes, there's the deer bear insect thingy. I want one of those as a mount. I really want one. I mean, I've got the spider thingy, but the chatter. I mean, they are domestic. They can be domesticated. I've seen other NPCs wandering around with them. So, oh, hello! They're having a fight. Oh, they're probably having a fight. Close sunk as well. Close that. Must be that time of the year. Mating ritual or something.
Glad to see you made it out of there without twisting your ankle or anything. But I don't see our contract target. You weren't able to find Korozoth, I take it?
Technically this one did find Korozoth. This one found Korozoth dead.
Dead? I guess that shouldn't be a surprise. But when I talked to his mother, I got the distinct impression that he wasn't in any real danger. It was like she expected him to be safe in there. She just wanted us to bring him home.
Well, I guess that's the end of the contract.
You're right, but this won't do at all. She's not going to pay us if we tell her that she lost her son. Especially not without some sort of proof that we actually found him. What a waste of time and energy.
Well, he was wearing his amulet.
Let me see that. Interesting. It's inscribed with the names Korozoth and Thukazard. Now that might be worth something.
That is pretty dope.
Especially with the legend and all. I'll give you the gold we discussed, and you give us the amulet. Sound good?
You notice the colour and her hair basically matches. Now, now the question is, the way that these NPCs work is quite often these hair colours, they're natural. So, but the question is did she alter her hair colour to match her armour? Or did she alter her armour to match her hair? Either way, I'm a big fan of anything with gold trim.
What's to consider? It's just a worthless piece of jewellery, unless you find a buyer. We'll do the legwork and make a profit, while you get paid here and now. Everyone wins. I mean, there's no point in giving it to Korozoth's mother, right?
Also, since I've upgraded my PC last year as well, I'm now really starting to appreciate the detail, how good this game looks at high resolution. I mean, it's not hyper realistic, but for an MMO, this game is freaking gorgeous. This one might be willing to part with the amulet.
It's a fair offer. Without my contacts and connections, you won't get a better price. And giving it to the orc's mother will only gain you tears and kind words. What's the profit in that? So, do we have a deal?
You said the magic words. Coins. You can have the amulet.
A pleasure doing business with you. It's a shame about Korozoth, but there's nothing we can do about that. Better that his mother lives with the hope that he might come home someday. As for Bardun and me, we'll be off soon. Best of luck to you.
And to you. Oh, and honestly, all credit to whoever made your armor. It is very nice. Right. Where am I sending me now? To Paragon's Remembrance. Okay, where the flip is that? So I'm there. I'm going to be lazy and take the teleport. Yeah, honestly, the outfits in this game are really, really good. I've seen various like costumes and colorations, things like that. Some people have done what can best be described as the ESO version of the Avenger. It's one of the sort of things you've got to see it to believe it, but it's like it's obvious who they're making nods towards. Like, you've got one person fully clad in armor, but it's got gold, and so it's red with gold trim and things like that. You've got the Captain Breton and things like that, with the, obviously, no, not Captain America for obvious reasons, with the shield all coloured and things like that. It's actually surprisingly flexible with what you can do if you have the right unlocks. If you don't, I mean, this is my outfit. I can show you here. This is pretty cool. Let me just zoom in so you can see it a bit better. I'm not going to go too far, but that you can see it there. You've got the things on the gold bit. I'm using the mask as a bit of an RP purpose because obviously I'm playing as a vampire Khajiit, so it keeps the sun off my skin. And you can't see it on here, but on one of the other costumes there is actually a very, very faint tattoo now going over my Khajiit's fur, which looks really good. Problem is, it's a white tattoo. This is an archaeology robe. The mage robe's pretty cool, but as soon as I got this after doing the archaeology achievement, I saw that, I thought, fudge, yes. Oh, and you can change the colours as well. You have to go to a dye station, and obviously you have to have them on the dyes properly unlocked. But this one here, for example, is Obsidian Black, Endural Brill, and Expert Grey. But this is what it would look like if I applied it to my current armour. And I was so tempted to do that, because that's a really nice colour scheme. And if you go to a like one of the dyeing stations, you can decide, oh, I want the gold trim to be one colour, I want everything else to be a slightly different colour. But when you've got like the little pots like that, it just does the whole lot, so you can't customise it as much. But I'm very tempted to apply that. It is pretty cool, isn't it? And that's regular. You know what, screw it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use that because that's been sitting in my inventory for quite... Yeah, see, it dyes all the channels at once. So if you want to customise it even more, then you'd have to go to a dye station. I might have purple, actually. I might have purple. Because there's a lot of them I've unlocked. Let's just see, actually. I might be able to see them. Yeah, I'm trying to think where it might be. I may have to go to a dye station to view them. But I may also be able to see it under appearance. See it, they've got hats, hairstyles, hair markings, facial hair, which obviously a Khajiit can't really use. Major adornments and minor adornments, which are like, like piercings, things like that. Costumes, which I might wear right now. Body markings, can't see it because it's hidden. Skins, personalities, that's like how my character stands. So tools. You want the tools? No, okay, that wouldn't be emotes. Yeah, okay, I've got a sneaking suspicion I am going to have to go to, yeah, I'm going to have to go to a dye station. I might, no. I'm going to have to go to the home at some point. Anyway, so the last 5 minutes of the stream, I will head back to my manor, because I know there's I'm pretty sure I've got a dye station there. And there's a bit of decoration I've got to drop off, which is basically like a set of 2 mammoth thingies, what do you call them, tusks, which I dug up from archaeology the other day. And I'll have a look to see if I'm correct about the dye station. Kill two Khajiit with 1 skooma.
The entrance has to be somewhere in those hills.
It's certainly well hidden. If Bazrug lied to us, then we're probably about to meet with horrible, horrible deaths.
Really?
I've got good news, disappointing news, and downright awful news. The good, Bazrog's instructions were easy to follow. The disappointing, I have no idea how to find the entrance, and there's no way to get inside without being attacked once we do.
Belen would really like to know then. What is the downright awful news? I'm gonna regret this.
I lost a bet with Talvia, and now I owe him a traditional Valenwood dinner. You know, the kind wood elves like to eat. I can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes what kind of meat he's eating. It'll be priceless.
You sound like your old self again.
Yeah, I guess I just needed to get out of the city. I was seriously depressed when I wound up on the King's Most Wanted list. Thanks for pushing me. Infiltrating a cult is certainly better than hiding in a hole someplace.
Yeah, being on the King's Most Wanted list will put a dampener on your day. But, how do we get inside?
Well, with all the runners we spotted, we know we're in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to find a way to get inside without being noticed. You know, we might be able to do something with those higher-ranking cultists in the fancy masks.
Well, disguise is a good idea. Have you seen any of those cultists recently?
Well, a few of the masked cultists passed this way a little while ago. Then we heard a large commotion over there to the west. I can't be sure, mind you, but I think those Voshrock might have... Well, they could have walked into an...
Just tell this one what happened.
Talvia thinks... Well, he thinks that the group might have walked into an Acharter mating ritual.
Oh.
The sounds from the west, the screams. Ifri's bow, the noise was horrible. Then it got real quiet. I don't think it went well for the cultists.
Okay. So I wasn't that far off when I saw the two of them headbutting earlier. It's obviously that time of the year for them. Right. Okay, well then... Oh, and the circulation's coming back into my lap now. The cat's got off. Oh, leg cramp.
Just don't get too close to those Acharters. I hear they become extremely violent if anything interrupts their frolicking. We'll look around on our own and meet you inside. Good luck!
Yeah, great. Yes, I'll have to go through a field of risky giant cow, ape, insect, bear beasts. Right. Yes, hello.
Got away clean. You don't look particularly religious.
What have we got?
You're not a member of the Bosch Rock, are you?
Nope.
A stupid question, I know. If you were a member of the cult, you wouldn't tell me.
I also wouldn't tell you that. Get some more water. Oh, Belen is not a cult member. Did they do something to you?
I was on my way to Orsinium with a group of crafters and artisans, just minding my own business, when these fanatics attacked us. It was like they were hunting baby horkers. Whacked us in the head and tossed us in a cart. I managed to slip away.
Oh, okay, please tell Valen about these fanatics.
Not much to tell. I didn't wait around to hear a sermon or anything. It was kind of confusing, but they kept referring to Trinimac for some reason. Shah might know more. She escaped too, but she went back to help her captured mate.
Yeah, there's definitely I've said it before, and I'd say this for me, Orsinium and everything else as well. I've never played this. I've done a bit of Morrowind, but that was years ago when it first came out, so I've forgotten probably most of that. But this point on for me, this is all new territory. I have no idea what's going on, but there are certain, shall we say, tropes and things that seem to happen a lot in games. And sometimes I can pick up on. Sometimes I'm very, very badly wrong. But so far I've been mostly right. Say probably 80% of the time. Right, let's go and get myself a nice disguise. Although, I can turn it. Like, yep, they are. That's them doing the okay. I've got to be careful because if I go in the wind direction changes, they could get a whip of me. So let's just make sure I just keep. Oh crud! All right, fine. They want to rumble. I tried. I tried. I gave it a fair go. Now, I didn't want to interrupt your frolicking, but obviously the wind direction must have changed and you've got a whiff of this Khajiit. I like that disguise, thank you very much. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice disguise. I like that. That is really detailed. you look at the mask, you can see the pattern on it. Nice. Another reason why I appreciate cranking everything up on the graphics now is I can see stuff like that now. I can see the details. Now I'm going up here for a reason. There's something I want to try and... Good. That's what I wanted. There we go. There was an item there. I think there might be another one up here. Good thing is, now I'm disguised. How do you do, fellow kids? Now I'm disguised, they won't attack me unless I attack them. So I'm going to use this to my advantage. Unless they've got sentries. Make sure they don't have sentries. So I'm just going to go in here. This one's going to just take this for safekeeping. Just in case. Goodbye, brothers and sisters. Right. That's the 2 items from here got. I mean, I probably might have to go in there anyway. Yeah, I see. Yes, the Oh, I want to make sure I get it like the I think like Oni masks. I think they're called. You know, the ones that sort of like to sort of symbolically scare off evil spirits and things like that. But I can see the point you make. Yeah, it's a cool design. But I mean, it's different enough to obviously not be taking the Mickey out of the culture. But yeah, I would not be at all surprised if they sort of looked at it and went, "That's got some cool features." Like Hanya, yes.
I don't know whether to stay here or go find help. If they hurt my Shalda, I don't know what I'll do.
You were part of the caravan that was attacked by the cult?
How did you... Yes, we were on our way to Orsinium, Shaldagon and I. There were a few of us, artisans and crafters, answering the king's call. The cultists attacked, took us captive. I managed to escape, but my Shalda, they took her into the ruins.
There's a lot of stuff they've got in this that is obviously inspired by various cultures. I mean, some areas are obvious, like the Nords. They're obviously based off Vikings, but I don't remember seeing that much Japanese or Korean or Chinese influence. But I will say there's a lot in this game I haven't explored yet. So there might be, rather than it being focused on one area, there might be like little bits here and there, like the mask or you know, like certain ornaments and things like that. So just keep an eye out for it. Tell me then, why would a religious cult attack random travellers?
They weren't very forthcoming with information as they were hauling us off.
Fair.
Their leader called himself Glothan the Recruiter. Said we'd all be true believers in no time. I'm afraid he's going to hurt Shalda and the others. I feel so helpless.
Well, Belen can try and find your friends.
Thank you so much for helping me. With your help, I just know that Shalda and I will be back together in no time.
Right. Okay. Yes, I could pick these up anyway, but now we're going to Paragon's Remembrance. Like, yeah, don't mind me, I'm just going in here. Ignore me, ignore me. This mountain fortress was originally known as Orcfather's Forge. It was built in the 10th century of the First Era. It was abandoned after Orsinium fell in 1st E 980, but has recently been reopened and renamed. Yes, managed to get a complete bit of lore said there. Find my companions.
You're late. The others have already gone inside. Get a move on.
I am going to kill you and take that outfit for myself. Seriously, I want one of those outfits with the spiky bits at the back like that. That looks really cool. And although having said that, you're not quite my size. Now you live for now. Oh, shazbut. Oh. Yeah, there was some kind of spell there. Okay,
This
oh.
illusion is so weird. It looks like I'm wearing robes, but I feel so unencumbered.
This is like the time I licked one of our great hists. I feel so exposed.
Oh, this is
merely an illusion bound to the amulet. Nothing to be concerned about. I've seen these used at festivals and grand balls back home.
I wonder if they come in different colors.
I'm trying to get like a screenshot of all of us together. Now you stand there. Problem with my pets is that they are very... Ah, there's an NPC. Okay. This is actually a lot harder than it looks. There we go, get rid of the thingy. Brilliant. Yeah, we're all just... Wow.
Looks like you found an amulet too. But tell me, was I right? Did the Achates get all frolicsome on those cultists? Wait a moment. Your amulet's cracked. You weren't supposed to break it, you know.
Yes, it was broken when this one found it. The Achates were not particularly careful with the cultists. If you... Stompy.
Well, the illusion seems to be holding up, at least for now. Hopefully it won't fail at a particularly critical moment.
It already has.
Anyway, I think we should split up and cover more ground. That's the best way to find what we're looking for quickly.
Wait, are you sure splitting the party is a good idea?
This place is enormous. Besides, you never put all your acorns in one basket.
Fair.
We need to find out what the Voshrak are up to, and fast. Flies and I will look around out here, while you and Tal see what the high-ranking cultists are meeting about.
Right, let us rendezvous back here after we have found something.
Good idea. And let's not take too long. Lives are depending on us. And speaking of lives, make sure Tal stays safe, will you? He isn't as experienced as we are. I'm afraid his wide-eyed enthusiasm is going to get him injured.
I've just read the expect option. Please tell this one, is that not like the leaf calling the tree green? Yeah, that's kind of put it in more sort of Western English terms. Is that not like the kettle calling the pot black? No, I said I'm going to be nice to her, so I'm going to be nice.
Stay safe. Flies and I will meet up with you later.
I guess we're really doing this, aren't we?
Yes. So I'm going to search for loot as well. Now, when I went through here before, the illusion conked out. So it wouldn't surprise me if it does the same again. I have to go in and then head left. Yeah. Yep. Oh look, the illusion balked out. Now, I could have just run through there, but you know what's good. I'm a minor deity compared to these individuals. Not all of them, obviously, but these ones. And I just feel like a rumble. Having said that, this one decides to feed as a vampire. Oh no, you know what? Stabby time. I've not done that for a while. Yes. That's quite fun doing that. I have to be a little bit closer to use the stabby blade. If I'm too far away, it defaults to vampire feeding, but it's still quite good fun.
Join us or die. It's that simple.
Hey, over here! Help! Don't let them kill me!
Surprise! Problem solved. Yeah, now go back to turn back. Conversion status. And that one. It seems there's any names on here I recognise. Okay, there's no names on there I recognised. Why did that do that? Yeah, done that one, yeah, done that one, yeah, done that one, yeah. Yeah, done that one, Oh, there it is.
They hit me and told me to praise Trinimac. Now I'm confused and my head hurts.
Well, if they don't release you, are you well enough to walk?
Oh, I'm well enough. If you open this cage, I won't just walk, I'll run. The Voshrok are bad, bad people. I just want to get out of here before they drag me off like the others.
Okay.
They kept threatening me. Said they were going to throw me in the ice prison. What should I do now? I'm a cook, not a... Thanks, but what should I do now? I'm not really good at making difficult decisions.
You can make your way back to the ruins, yes?
I think I can do that, as long as I'm careful. Others were dragged in here with me. Humble travelers who never harmed anyone. And now they're threatened with pain and death if they don't swear allegiance to the Voshrok.
Okay, this one will go find the others. We'll meet up at the back of the ruins.
Right. Thanks again. You know, I came to Hrothgar because it was supposed to be a safe and amazing place for orcs to live. Well, so far it doesn't seem to be either safe or amazing.
Tends to happen. Yeah, you get yourself a nice little place, and then some gits will come along and don't like you, and they decide to make you suffer just because they're gits. And I'm choosing my words carefully. Substitute another word that I can't say, and just think it. Right.
Help me, please! This fire, can you put it out? There's some water over by the wall.
I see it. Oh, nice, there's a fire. That's done nice. Oh, it's not a cat. Oh, I have to actually put some water in the bucket. That does help. Now here's me standing there trying to put water on a fire. Should a game like this be in the Witcher world? Ooh. What, like a Witcher MMO. That's an interesting one. They would have to find a way. I think they could do it in the world, but they should do it at the time when there's lots of witches. Like do like they did with the Star Wars: The Old Republic. Don't set it in the modern time period, but set it, like back in the past when there was a lot of witches. When there was like multiple schools and everything else like that. Then you could have a justifiable reason for there being hundreds of thousands of witches wandering around.
Ow, damn, those are hot!
Plus also, it means they don't have to clash with, like the TV show or the books, because it's set way beyond that. Hello. You want to sit back on my lap again, do you? Right, okay. And so that worked really well with Star Wars settings. Hello. Yes, the Old Republic. So, I mean, anything like that, you've got to be careful when you set it in an established IP. Star Trek Online, for example, gets away with it because it's set in the game's future. It's set like about 50 years or so in the game's future. So in Star Trek's future, so it's around. Obviously, that's a bit different now that the Picard show's out, but originally it would have been around when the Picard show came out. Same for ESO. That's actually. Oh no, she's not hungry. She is. She's quite affectionate, but she does want to sit on my lap quite a lot, especially when it's a bit cold. And it's getting to that point of the evening where she basically just wants to sit on the warm spot where I've been sitting on my chair. Her hunger meows are slightly different to her I want attention and I want to sit on your lap meows.
Now I know what roast Horker feels like. They kept stoking the fire, making it hotter and hotter. I was almost ready to agree to whatever they wanted. Almost.
That's kind of the plan. It's basically a brainwashing torture. But Razasha sent Velen to rescue.
Razashaw's alive?
Yes.
Praise the Eight and anyone else who wants to listen. I'm just glad she didn't follow us in here herself. Those Vashrock maniacs want new members. Someone who calls herself the Proselytizer leads this bunch. You need to stop her.
Why does that have to be a word like that I have trouble pronouncing? Tell Kashid more about this. What you just said.
Osnora the Proselytizer? She's a horror. She came by not too long ago and told them to make the fire hotter. Said it would help me see the light. If I get the chance, I'll show her some light.
Go to the back of the ruins. We will meet there after the proselytizer is dealt with. Yeah.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, it's something I've noticed over the years by being a cat servant, I suppose you could say, is they are very much creatures of habit. So it's. I do want to watch it at some point. I have heard some very good things about the new Sabrina show, and the funny thing is, you mentioned about the Sabrina show, but the original version, the one that was in like the 80s, is the exact reason why I got a black cat, because I loved Salem, the kitty, the original one. Yes, I knew it was a puppet, but that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get a black cat. And when I went to the shelter, I was like, sorry, the adoption place, to sort of pick her up. Like, right, if it's a boy, beforehand I wasn't too sure if it's going to be a boy cat or a girl cat. So my logic was being, right, okay, if it's a boy cat, it's going to be Salem. I'm going to have myself a little Salem, and it's going to be like Sabrina. It's going to be awesome. If it's a girl cat, I have no idea what to call her. Honestly, my mind went completely blank when it came to trying to decide what a girl cat name is going to be. When I went to pick her up, it's like, yeah, her name's Chloe. And I thought, you know what? We went with my sister to, because I can't drive, unfortunately, due to an eye issue. And we went to go and pick her up. And what they do is they have a thing where you can meet the animals to make sure you both get on, because for some reason some animals don't always get on with particular people. Like some of them don't like men, some of them don't like kids, things like that. So they always try and do a meet and greet. As soon as we got into the area where we could meet with them, she came right over, sniffed my hand, made a little meow, and even the person was like, yep, she's picked you. And it's like, yeah, I couldn't think of a better name than Chloe. I had loads of boy name for cats that are like low-key, and forever, things like that. Salem was the #1 choice. Yeah, she's been an adorable pain in the butt ever since.
Don't touch anything. I beg of you,
Don't touch the switches or you'll kill us.
But when I get a chance, I do want to watch the Sabrina one. That's the problem. When I get a chance. What are they going to do to you if I touch the switches?
The Vashrock. They're trying to break us. They want Unsulag and me to swear to serve Trinimac, or their version of Trinimac at least. So far we've refused, but these ice prisons wear you down.
Ah, so we've had fire, we've had ice. But what is the point of all this?
They said they only need one of us. The switch in front of me releases Unsulag, but freezes me. And the one in front of her does the reverse. They keep coming in and asking us which switch to press. So far, we've refused to play their game. So far.
So, okay, hopefully there's a way I can rescue both of them, because that's a big move. You know, it's like I press one button, the other one lives, but one of them dies. Ooh. The cat doesn't talk in the new one. Aww. That was one of the funniest things I thought of the original one. I've heard it's a little bit darker than the original, because the original Sabrina one was quite sort of like light-hearted and funny.
If I knew how to do that, I'd tell you. I hate to say this, but I don't want to die. If you free me, I can help. I'm a strong elemental mage and I can fight. But this blasted prison keeps me from casting even the simplest spell of warming.
Yeah, it's an adorable pain in the butt is a very appropriate description for this one. So, could you just save you instead of Unsulag?
Unsulag's a good woman, but she's already lived a full life. I can aid the rulers of Orsinium, assist my people. I have many productive years remaining if I get
Yes,
out.
the show is dark. Okay.
Release me and I'll devote myself to helping others. You have my word.
Right. So I'm going to speak to both of them and find out. And there's got to be a way they could. You know, I'm going to have a little look in here to see if there's anything. Right, okay, I am going to speed read this, so. Alright, there's nothing in there. There's nothing that I saw straight away. It's just more dickery from the creator.
Don't touch the switches. They're trapped.
Yes, I know they're trapped.
Trapped. You know, touch the wrong switch and somebody dies. That kind of trapped. The Vosh Rock took us captive. Said we were going to join their cult one way or another. If I stay in this icy prison long enough, I might just agree to anything.
Well, let us know. How does he set you free?
That's the problem. If you push the switch in front of me, Gahar will be released, but I'll freeze to death. If you push the switch in front of him, I go free and he dies. They've been trying to make us decide, but we won't give them the satisfaction.
I asked him the same question, so can this one not rescue both of you?
Not this time. The Voshrock set this up so that only one of us would get to join their crazy cult. If I were noble, I'd say save Gahar and let me die. But I'm not noble. I have a family. They need me. And I'm a healer. I can help you if you let me.
No matter what I pick, I'm not gonna like this. Okay, so could she to save you instead of Gala?
Gahar seems to be a good sort. But do we really need another violent battle mage? I heal the sick and help the wounded. And more than that, I want to live. I know it must sound terrible, but I really want to live.
I mean, she's a healer, but he's like a tactical battle mage. Oy. Okay. So I've got somebody with knowledge and tactics versus somebody who can heal and has a family. Doesn't look like it matters which one I pick. It matters to me. There is one way to decide this. I'm going to flip a coin. It's out of 3. Heads. I press his button, saving the orc woman. Tails. I press her button, saving the mage. It's equal so far. I'm sorry. I really, really am.
What a terrible choice you had to make. But Trinimac preserve me. Thank you for choosing me.
Oh no! I hate the cold.
Poor Gahar. How horrible. But you made the right choice.
Oh. Okay, at least he had a dramatic death pose. Okay. We're going to revenge that dude. We're going to find out this, whoever this person is in charge of this place, and we are going to F them up. That was a horrible decision to make.
I feel terrible about what happened to Gahar. But I'm as good as my word. I'll fight alongside you until we get out of this madhouse.
Alright. Let's just deal with these cultists and get out of here.
Of course. My healing magic is yours to command. I won't let you down.
Right. Okay. That was not fun. Yeah. You're right. You are absolutely right. That was a very sore moment, wasn't it? So, half his speed, like say, yes, one choose one so that the other might die.
Guide my blade.
Then think that that is actually pretty messed up.
You there! Open this door! I've had enough of this place and these annoying zealots!
Alright, calm yourself. A bit more politeness, please. Just had a very traumatic moment.
Damn time! Ancient ruins full of cultists makes my knees hurt. Out of my way, youngster! I can find my own way out.
Right, okay, we'll leave her to that then. She wants to find her own way out. She can find her own way out. Yeah, the Saw was one of the sort of ones that, whilst I have a love-hate relationship with the Saw films. I mean, I like horror films, and I can appreciate the ingenuity of the traps that they used. But towards the end, they were basically becoming violence. They really were. When it was more psychological, for want of a better term, that's when it was good. Like I'd say probably the first 2 or 3 were the superior ones. And they don't get me wrong, they are grisly films. They really, really are. But they are also interesting into sort of like the psychology of how people would behave in certain things. One thing I must say though, to anybody who's not seen them, be very careful because there are some very unpleasant scenes in them. Like to the point, and I've got a reasonably strong stomach when it comes to that kind of thing, to the point it made me... I have heard about that one, yes. I've not seen it, but I have heard about it being a bit my accelerate skill just got boosted. Wait. Alright, let's try this in. What was the last sort of proper horror film I watched? I can't actually remember. been a while since... Oh, I know. It's a bit of it's technically a sci-fi horror, but it's also one of my favourites.
I've guided 15 to Trinimax's cause.
Event Horizon.
Enough. Both of you bring honor to the Vashrock.
There they are. The Orphan. Don't think I've seen that one. Or if I have, it was a long time ago. Surprise! Nice.
Good riddance to that piece of rubbish.
That film
Claim to worship a god and go on about killing someone who doesn't agree.
that felt good. Avenging the mage that, like we did then. That fight was. I was quite partial to the Hellraiser films as well. The first three, the rest of them, they drop dramatically in quality. They really do. But the first three, I mean, the first one is amazing. Especially, I think it's my favourite alien horror film. Oh, have you seen the prequel? It leads perfectly into the John Carpenter's The Thing. Really does mesh very well together.
Go ahead. We'll be right behind you.
Yes, we just have to be careful about it.
No worries. We'll stay back and let you deal with any of those Vashrock maniacs we run
It's a
into.
good film.
We'll move forward as soon as we see that the coast is clear.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. I may get her name wrong. She was in Scott Pilgrim. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I think her name is. I know who you're talking about. Yes, she plays Ramona in Scott Pilgrim. If that's the same person, good choice. Cloverfield. Speaking of Cloverfield, there's actually if you get the chance, there's a film called the Cloverfield Paradox, which links all the Cloverfield films together and kind of explains why things happen. I quite liked it. Not everybody did, but I do have a soft spot, as it were, for sci-fi based horror. Yeah, it's not for everybody, but I had it was one of those. I was just lying in bed one night, saw it was on Netflix, and I just thought, I'm in the mood for a horror film. I like sci-fi. Let's give it a go. And it's actually not a bad film. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it is a perfect. This is an amazing, you must see film. But if you like the other Hot Cloverfield films, give it a watch, because it basically explains, without going into too much detail, but it explains how everything connects. And it has some good sci-fi stuff in it as well, which I'm always a sucker for. But it's going to take a lot to beat Event Horizon. That's my favourite, 100% favourite sci-fi horror film. Viking alien horror. I'm just trying to think. What was it called?
The sooner we get out of
There was a film. Viking sorts, more psychological sort of one. 13th Warrior. Great film. If you like stuff with Vikings in it, with a little bit of a darkness and creepiness to it, 13th Warrior. Surprisingly good film. And there's this one bit where they start doing this, and heard of that. I've not seen that one, but I have heard of it. No, 13th Warrior isn't like Outlander. No, it's more towards the adventure drama side of things, but as sort of Norse Viking films go, well worth checking out. Especially when you get to the "Lo there do I see my father" sequence. I won't say anymore because it's just like the first time I saw it, and it's just like the hairs on the back of my neck were just like. Temporarily going back to Event Horizon for a moment. If you're familiar with the Warhammer 40,000 universe,
The sooner we get out of here.
with the Astartes,
Stay together. We're almost there.
the Emperor, the Chaos Gods and things like that. Event Horizon is basically what happens on humanity's first attempts to go through the warp. Now whilst officially they can't call it a 40k film for obvious reasons, the people who wrote it were like, yeah, it's basically Warhammer 40k # legally distinct. And it works. It works as a horror film. And it's a perfect explanation of. For anybody who's not familiar with the 40k universe, it's called Warhammer 40,000, and it's set in the far future. There's a extra dimensional space called the Warp, which is where psychics get their power from. It's literally a realm of thoughts and emotions and ideas made manifest. It's also a really, really handy way for jumping from one star system to another, because its distances there are basically optional. The downside is, because it's a place of emotion, ideas, thoughts, and everything else made manifest, there are creatures and entities that dwell within that are essentially demons, for want of a better term. And the Event Horizon decides it's going to take a shortcut in this dimensional space by space folding. And, well, let's just say things don't go very well for the ship. So, dude, you read my mind. There's a cut scene I was just about to reference, dude. There's a missing scene, a director's cut scene, that how they get the technology to do this, to create the space folding drive, was developed on Mars, and it was tested by sending something from Mars to one of the moons, Deimos or Phobos, I can't remember what it was, and it was based on some old technology. So yeah, they had to cut it for legal reasons, because you can understand why. But again, it was one of those scenes that basically made everyone go, wait, this is Doom. And obviously the people involved in it can't turn around and openly admit when they're doing the press stuff for it, but it was one of those, we was inspired by it, and it's just like, yes. And I found this out like not long after watching Event Horizon. Some people don't consider that scene to be canon. I do. So to me, this is a film that connects Doom, it connects Event Horizon, obviously, and it also connects the Warhammer 40,000 universe. All three of them together in one glorious, disturbing mess of a film. Oh, be warned, don't watch it if you are squeamish about the sight of blood and some other stuff. It's a horror film for a reason. There is one particular sequence in it.
We're down here.
Hello. How do I get down there? There is, one particular sequence in it, which if you've ever seen it, you will know which one I am referring to when I simply say the airlock sequence. I will say no more. That
You
sequence
did it.
messed me
I
up.
don't know how you did it, but I'm eternally grateful for what you've done.
Yeah, if you don't like to see things that are very, very unpleasant, and you are watching that film, and you see somebody go into an airlock, just be warned.
I know you did your best, and I'm ever so grateful. We're going to stick together and find the nearest strong.
Dead Space.
We'll hire some bodyguards and make our way to
Yes.
Orsinium.
That
We won't forget what you did for us.
I played.
None of us will.
I played the original Dead Space on stream. That's fine, yeah. I played the original one on stream. Really good game, but I personally found it a hard game to play. Not because of the gore or anything like that, but just because of the gameplay for it. You know, like having to move around. Like my hand-eye coordination is not that fantastic. Partially because of my eye issue, and also because of let's just say neurological things going on. But as a game, in terms of gameplay, it was amazing. That's one of the sort of ones I could sit down and watch somebody else play and just be like, flip, yeah. I could even play it a little bit myself, but there are certain sequences in it that I found very frustrating to try and get past, because they require, you know, like fine jumping from like one place to another, and I've always found stuff like that very difficult. But this is not me shitting on the game. This is actually me recommending it. If you like atmospheric horror games, the Dead Space trilogy is brilliant. But I personally found it a little bit on the hard side. Great game to play, but a little bit hard for me. Wait, I'll go back in. Oh, I'll go back in there, that's why. Oh, I see, yes, I'll go back in the thing now. Oh, of course, yes, I have to go back in. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. A bit of a frog in the throat there. Yes, the Dead Space games, they're messed up, but in a good way. Someone did a series like on the lore in the background. There's like a YouTube series. I wish I could remember who it was. But have a look at like Dead Space lore and background, and it gives you so much information into the things like the brother moons, the way what the mass is, and you know what their purpose was, and things like that. Into the Chamber of Loyalty. Right. Chambers of Loyalty. Deep within the ruins of Paragon's Remembrance, the Chambers of Loyalty test the mettle of new converts and devoted followers alike. You know what? That wouldn't surprise me. If you think, you know, the people who made Dead Space are fans of the thing, because there was something I noticed straight away. Is there was a lot of nods and references to sci-fi in that game. I mean, the main character was called Isaac Clarke. I mean, come on, there's two big sci-fi names right there straight away. Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke.
Trinimac, hear our prayer. Guide our weapons and alert us to all dangers. Grant us the courage to complete the trial you place before us.
That doesn't sound good. I thought we were just spying on a meeting.
You, the chosen of the Vashrak, have shown bravery against the Malakath heretics, even going so far as to invade the temple we love and cherish. But one challenge remains. A challenge to test you, to select the most worthy for our most important mission.
It's also quite a common thing as well for, especially in the sci-fi community of stuff, to put nods and references to
Scroll and select a blessing to help you in your ordeal.
other
Elder Azul will answer any questions you have.
IPs in their thing. Not
Now, in Trinamac's name, may you find
not
great
rip-offs,
honor
but just like
or an
nods.
honorable death.
Elder.
You stand among the holy words of Trinamac. Read the scrolls carefully and choose a blessing to
Ooh.
help you in the coming trial.
New Star Wars game coming out. Ooh. If you've got a link for the trailer, feel free to post it in chat. I think I temporarily a while. I see. Nobody knows what it is yet. Ooh, I'll show YouTube this later. In fact, I'll do it probably right after the stream. Because we're getting to the point where I'm thinking that I'm gonna start wrapping up soon. It's like 22, so.
The mission before us requires the best the Vashrock has to offer.
So I'll finish off this quest and then I'll call it a night.
Select few through a test of wits, speed, and strength. Trinamac himself will winnow the iron from the ore.
This mission, Kiji's not sure he knows all the details.
Oh, the details are the purview of those who complete the mission.
They would be, wouldn't they?
Trinamac thanks you for volunteering, no matter how things turn out. If you succeed and do as the council demands, all will be revealed. Fail, death is your only reward.
Sorry, as the council demands?
The last part of the trial requires that you obey the council without question, but you won't have to deal with that until the very end. Remember, if you succeed, you will be named a chosen of Trinamac and allowed to partake in the sacred mission.
How are our rituals different from the ones celebrated in Orsinium?
That's a strange question for someone who holds your rank. Haven't you learned this much already?
Well, this one just likes hitting things. In Trinamac's name, of course.
I could appreciate that. In truth, our beliefs and those of Orsinium's temple are similar, though they are not as pure in their devotion to Trinamac. But there are those in the city who follow our teachings. They just wear a different mask.
I've heard about that, the Bad Batch, yes. I've not seen any details, but I've heard the name thrown around a couple of times.
Patience, Overseer. All will be revealed in good time.
There's lots of new shows on the way at the moment.
Prove your worth in this endeavor. Then all will be revealed.
I'm just looking forward to December.
For the dead have little use for knowledge.
The final season of The Expanse. From the guy who made Clone Wars. Ooh, that's a good sign. Right, click on the scroll. Book of Boba Fett, yep. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. There's the Amazon show about Lord of the Rings. There's this. Choose Elder. I choose Ursinok's Strength. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Book of Boba Fett.
Do you know the words of Trinamac, and are you ready to enter the Gauntlet? The only aid you will receive is the blessing that you choose, so make your selection wisely.
Gijita studied the words of Trinamac.
So, which blessing have you decided upon? Will you accept the blessing of Avalion and become one with the wind? Or will Vaya's resolve protect you from the coming trial? Or perhaps Usanok's rage will grant you the strength to succeed?
I have, yes, I have heard about that, yes. Okay, I forget the actress's name, but I've heard that she was basically fired. Didn't hear all the details, but I know who you're talking about, and I can remember seeing it's like, wait, why has she been fired? And unfortunately, that was when my internet decided it was going to play up, so I couldn't find that damn article again.
Then let Trinamac grant you the
I know who you're
strength
talking
to
about.
overcome the challenge of the Gauntlet.
She played a character in the Deadpool film. Okay. I should right. Okay.
Listen well, for I do not like to repeat myself. To unlock the door, you need to activate the 4 switches. The Vosh rock inside will try to stop.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
You will be timed.
Okay.
If you take too long, the switches reset and it will need to begin again. Others may pass you and take the position you fight for. And don't worry about killing anyone. They're certainly going to try to kill you.
Right, it's a time trial, so I'm going to have to focus on this. Okay.
Trinimac favors the victorious in battle.
So I may go a bit quiet for a minute or two.
Not worthy. The Voshrock understand that.
She could, yeah.
Your time starts now.
Okay, fine. Get into the shit. Are you shazbet? Let's go you. Okay, I've only got like a couple of minutes to do this, so... Oh, fudge! Oh, you little bugger! Oh! Okay, yeah, that's, Okay. Alright, where's the next one? Okay. That's why I needed the rage, so I had more power to attack. Wait, where are my pets? Ah, right. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Shiz, come on. Think I did it.
It was tough, but we made it. I knew we could do it.
Right. Approaching. Okay, this doesn't sound good.
Ah, now I see how you completed the gauntlet so quickly. Your disguise is not needed here. I know who you are.
Oh dear.
You show great courage to stand before us. But what are you truly willing to sacrifice? Are your intentions as pure as ours? We've
She's jumping from body to body.
armor, attacked and killed true believers within a sacred temple, all for the sake of the sacred plan. Will you make that same
Makes sense.
Your final test starts now. Are you here to harm us or to join us? To make the Awesomers stronger than they ever
Kill all the Voshrak enemies in the room.
Spill the blood of your ally in Trinimac's name and display your true devotion.
Now, you know what? I think I'm just going to go...
My amulet stopped working. And did they just say something about spilling my blood? Oh,
yeah.
Lord. You're not considering following through with this, are you? That's insane!
Make your choice.
I ain't going to sacrifice you. Dude. These are like some real effed up cultists. Yeah, it is a shame. She did play a good character. And obviously that's that sequence, you know, where there's all of them with the Mandalorians and stuff. That was pretty... Let's fuck them up.
You're too late to stop. Our warriors are already inside.
That's it. Come on, mate. Do your thing. Dude's been a good friend. He's helped me out with things. Oop, I need to charge up on the mana. There we go. Is
now.
Charge up.
That was kind of exciting. I'll ward the door while you search the room. Find out what they're planning. Then go and let the others know.
Yes, I will search by looking in. Oh, there's no loot. Not there anyway. Right. Oh god, look at that. That's an ugly, ugly face. Ooh. There's orders. Okay, so the moot's going to be a trap. Right. Why did I not see that coming? Alright, fine. Where am I going? Okay, I'm going back that way. Right. Ooh. Crispy. Ooh, my arms are glowing. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I have to go out here. Rendezvous with Everly. And then I think that'll be the quest and that'll be me done for the night. I still want that armor with the spiky bits on the back. Oh, this is.
There you are. I was beginning to get worried about you. We've found out some... Where's Talvia?
Talvia's fine. He's keeping the Vosharak busy so we can go on the city.
All by himself? Are you sure he can handle that? What am I saying? Of course you're sure.
He's alright. He'll be fine.
We managed to find out that the attack on the temple was a ruse perpetrated by the Vosharak. That was right before our amulet stopped working.
Yeah, we lost our amulets too.
Yeah, I was suddenly as naked as an ash tree that had lost its last leaf of the season. Good thing we stashed our gear nearby. Anyway, the temple attack was all to place the blame on Basrog.
Called it?
The chief is innocent. I didn't help a murderer.
That's good to know. So yes, you helped protect him. Huzzah! Belen learned that the Vosharak are hiding in the city. They're going to attack the chiefs at the mood.
That's something, but not enough to provide the edge we were hoping for. We'll just have to be careful. Anyone could be working with the Vosharak. I don't know about you, but all this intrigue is starting to make my head hurt.
Yes, politics, it does that. Return to Orsinium and warn Chief Basrog. Kishid will meet you there shortly.
Blythe and I will go warn Chief Basrog. This whole thing? It's stranger even than any Investigator Vale story I've ever read. Here, take this. I found it and thought you should have it. For protecting Tal. I appreciate that.
Do you have a little bit of a crush on Tal? Do you? I bet you do. I ain't judging. I just want to know. This one likes the gossip. Okay, I'm putting that mask on because that's cool. I need a new mask, so where is it? It'll do. It'll do for now. It'll do for now. Right. So as I said, this is where I'm going to end it for tonight. This is the perfect time to do so. I'm going to go off and try and find about that Star Wars trailer. I will be back on Tuesday as normal with some more of this ESO, and then we'll be continuing with Farscape on Wednesday as per normal. I'm going to have a busy weekend. I've got 2 games. I've got 1 game tomorrow, playing a bit of a Cypher, Heroes-based game. And then on, I think it's either this Saturday or maybe next Saturday, a friend of mine is starting a campaign of Tomb of Annihilation, which is going to be interesting in a oh god we're all going to die kind of way. So thank you for joining me tonight, and hope you have a good weekend, and see you soon.